Hey everyone, talking about Interstellar Space today, John Coltrane. I spent a lot of time with this record, if you don't know it. It's a duo with John Coltrane, Rashid Ali, just duet, drums and saxophone. And he's named each song after a planet, kind of like Gustav Holst. But this one I'm focusing on today is called Venus, and Venus is pretty cool. It starts out as a ballad, and it grows and grows and develops into this thing. But the connection I'm trying to make is, like, if any of you have seen the videos I've made so far about the Bartók stuff, where we've got these systems that are divided by a particular interval, a fourth or a fifth, and what Bartók has done, kind of in a nutshell, the big picture is that he's created two simultaneous scales, two or three simultaneous scales, and these scales are divided by a particular interval. Well, John Coltrane's doing the same thing here with Venus, and there's a particular section in Venus here, 623 is the timing, and this is something I feel like is really coming out of this augmented, diminished cycle stuff that he did in Giant Steps. It just sounds really different now, and I feel like this is like the work that he was putting in to Giant Steps really achieved this like later period of success. And I like to think of it as sort of like a Picasso late phase or whatever, like where when you listen to Coltrane at Interstellar Space or Transition or any of these later albums, you're hearing like the entirety of the work that he's done, like crystallized. And it's pretty cool. But anyway, Venus at 623 is this top line here where he's going through this like double augmented, there's like two augmented scales happening at the same time, and they're divided by fifths. So let's take a listen real quick. Here's him playing it. I'm gonna play it again. So the basic shape here is I didn't do a direct transposition of what he played and what I played, but basically, because it's a kind of a mode of limited transposition, you end up covering all your bases anyway. So up here, this is like the original sequence. So what you can see I've done is, in parentheses in the black, is one double augmented. That's a result of Giant Steps, as we've spoken about Giant Steps before. On the inside, dividing those by a fifth is another double augmented. So we've got a double augmented pattern here. Thank you, John Coltrane. So I took it upon myself to then go, well, what if we do this with the half-whole diminished scale? What does that sound like? Okay, there's the half-whole diminished. And now here's, on the third line, I have the whole tone scale. We're taking the same pattern. So we're just using it and applying. And I guess you could apply this to any scale, really. I mean, if you wanted to apply it to the harmonic minor scale or the melodic minor scale. I haven't done that here. But here's the whole tone. That's kind of familiar territory within the jazz spectrum. But anyway, if I start to think about these as like, how do I work these into a improvisation and maybe mix these ideas, become like a conglomerate of all three. Let's see. Anyway, you catch my drift. I'm trying to go from whole tone, augmented, and diminished at the same time. So I'm trying to switch my intervals. I'm not there yet, obviously. The point of this is not to show off my virtuosic skills. It's to show you that I'm struggling with a new concept here. And yeah, I'm going to keep working on this and maybe give you an update in a few months as to how it's all going. The hard thing about doing these Patreon things is to try to do one video every week, I'm finding is a challenge, because I'll get into a concept and usually it takes me a lot longer than 1 week to figure out what I'm doing with a concept. You know what I mean? So then to say, all right, time to make another video. I don't want to sell myself short, and I don't want to sell these ideas short. So don't think that I'm not working on these or that they come quickly, because they really don't. They take a long time. And so this idea now of this, this idea, the broader idea of having two scales or two systems working at the same time, 2 or 3, depending on how many notes you're dividing, is taking a lot of time, and it's taking a lot of work. So anyway, I hope this is useful. I find this to be a really cool sound. It was a really fun transcription project for me. John Coltrane, Interstellar Space. I probably listened to this album for 1 year on repeat and didn't listen to anything else. That's how much it meant to me. And there's a lot of these beautiful little nuggets in here where your ear will pop and say, what was that thing? What was that system? What was that idea? What was that phrase? And I'm pretty sure these are all things that he was just kind of working and meditating on. So, okay, that's enough for now. I will take a picture of this and I will attach it as a PDF if you find it interesting. And if there's anything you want to elaborate on, feel free to comment and send me anything that has inspired you. I'm always open to people chiming in. So, thanks.